the penultimate episode of Star Wars Rebels Season 3 gave us the much anticipated final duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and his longtime adversary Maul. Whether you were disappointed by the battle's length or could appreciate its poetic nature, I'm sure we all knew in the back of our minds that Maul would perish. I mean, Kenobi couldn't afford defeat due to his key role in the original trilogy. But what if Maul got the better of him? What if he slew Obi-Wan? Well, let's find out. The death of Kenobi before the events of the original trilogy would have drastically altered galactic history. That's how key of a character he was. Just try to envisage Luke's quest from zero to hero without his mentor. You can't. Sure, since no one witnessed his death, R2-D2 and C-3PO would have still found their way to Tatooine and into the open arms of Luke and his uncle. However, Leia's cry for help would go unanswered and both droids would most likely end up under Imperial control, sparing Owen and Beru of a horrendous death. Leia, on the other hand, would not fare so well. In fact, without Kenobi's guidance and the hiring of Han Solo, Alderaan would still face Mundicide and Leia would perish at the hands of Imperial execution. Suddenly, the rebellion's chances of victory look incredibly bleak. This only worsens, of course, without Luke. Let's rewind a little, once more assuming Owen and Beru are spared for simply handing over both droids, which would rid the Alliance of the Death Star blueprints. Skywalker would help his uncle with another farming season before finally enrolling in the Imperial Academy. So simply put, if Maul killed Kenobi in their duel on Tatooine, the Death Star plans would find their way back to the Empire, Owen and Beru would survive, Luke would join the Imperial Academy, Han would continue to operate as a smuggler, the Death Star would destroy Alderaan and most likely Yavin 4, therefore scattering the Rebel Alliance all while remaining intact. Leia would face execution and Darth Vader would most likely never return to the light side of the Force. But the implications of Kenobi's passing do not end there. Aside from the original trilogy, the events of The Force Awakens and beyond would also drastically change. For example, the Empire would continue to reign the galaxy, Kylo Ren would simply not exist, and Luke would not have the required skills to train the next generation of Jedi. As you can see, eliminating just one key character from a trilogy of films can indefinitely change the story's outcome. However, let's change our focus from Kenobi to Skywalker. You see, everything we've just discussed would most likely occur if Maul did indeed slay his adversary. But that's assuming one major detail: Maul spares Luke. The whole reason for Obi-Wan's existence post-Clone Wars is to protect the youngster, to watch him mature from afar. So when Maul discovers the existence of Skywalker, Kenobi takes no chances and quickly dispatches his foe. Thus, if the duel resulted in the completely opposite outcome, no one would be able to stop Maul from slaying Luke, or at least using him as his next apprentice. Either way, without Obi-Wan's presence during the original trilogy, galactic history would forever change, and not for the better. So there we have it. The answer to a question I'm sure many of you have asked yourselves ever since watching Saturday's Rebels episodes. But do you agree with my envision of an alternate reality without Kenobi? Let us know in the comments below, as well as any suggestions you have for future what if videos. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep it locked here to the Kankazans. The Drubatin was truly unlike any of his fellow Spec Force commandos. For example, he was most often heard muttering oaths and curses in his native tongue, which were superseded by his full-throat war cry of Sakala. Pal did have a solid understanding of Basic, though he found it difficult to shape his gaping maw to effortlessly pronounce even the simplest of words.